Is it rolling now?
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it's good.
Damn. How long ago did we take to build this? That's not English.
No.
How long ago did it take to build this?
No, that's not it.
All right. Let's restart.
How long did it take to build this?
Yes. We started last month, I think.
Yeah, it's been about 1 month.
Been a lot of crazy trips since then.
Oh, yeah.
The craziest trip being the last trip that I was just on.
Yep.
You stayed back, but a lot of crazy events occurred.
Yeah.
But we have a lot of plans for the channel. We plan on posting one podcast a week, one trailer a week, and then one crazy video a week of whatever we're doing.
And a bunch of reels nonstop.
3 reels a day.
Exactly.
Not sure. Just kind of stupid reels, whatever we're going to throw up.
Yeah.
And
should be enjoyable.
Yeah. Should we talk about this last hiking trip?
Yeah, tell me about it.
What do you want to know, dude?
Dude,
there's a lot.
Start from the beginning. Where'd you guys head out from?
All right, so my grandpa has been talking about a hiking trip for 9 years now. Our last hiking trip was when I was in 5th grade, so 9 or 10 years ago. And so about a week ago, or 2 weeks ago, I told him that we're just going to send it, and we're just going to go on a hiking trip last minute. You know, we just kind of threw a bunch of stuff together. And so we're packing, and I noticed he's bringing a new hammock, which is a hammock.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good brand, probably the best company, but it's a hammock you hang up in your front yard, not what you take hiking.
Right.
And he packs a non-waterproof tarp. Lucky enough for us, it was storming the whole time.
Yeah.
3 emergency blankets and a rain jacket.
Yep.
I think the most impressive thing was that he manages to beat his weight that he brings every single year. 40, 50, 60 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And besides my back almost snapping, putting his backpack on, I knew it was going to be an exciting trip. So we pack up and we head out, and we notice the weather's terrible. And my dad's like, you guys should probably
Did you check the weather before you went or no? You did? And still just went for it, huh?
Yeah, we knew.
Jesus,
but
man.
we both said it'd be more exciting.
Right.
So we're on the way, and my dad thinks we're going to die, which we almost did die. Yeah. And we both have last-minute hiking gear. We both have Osprey bags, which are pretty good. But
not too bad.
We stop at Ingalls on the way, and this
have to.
This is the trip, or this is the part of the trip where I knew stuff was going to start going downhill.
Yeah.
So we walked in, and if you guys don't know what Ingalls is, it's like this huge grocery store or supermarket. It's like all the liberal grocery stores combined into one big grocery store. And there's this huge trail mix section, and watch cops just show up because they're Ingalls watches this. There's this huge trail mix section, and it costs a lot of money per bag. And my grandpa just starts filling his bag to the absolute brim. And long story short, it was about a $40 trail mix bag, but he goes to the self-checkout and rings it up as 2 pounds worth of peanuts and then runs out of the store as fast as possible. So I already knew this was going to be a crazy start to the trip. And long story short, we hike past the shelter. We don't stay at it. We get caught in a rainstorm, soaking wet before our gear even fully gets put up. And
well, hold on. I think you jumped ahead. Didn't you guys stay at the cabins?
Well, we stayed at a motel, which actually I'll send you a clip to throw in. I did a review in the bathroom.
All right. So, we'll run that
You remember how bad the motels were?
Yeah.
Dude, so they built like a 3-foot wall you have to step over to get into the shower now.
I feel like they had that the last time we were there.
Did they?
I think so.
I don't remember having
They probably had bathtubs at one point.
To stretch my calves and hurl over to get into the shower, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, anyway, after the motel, we had to pay for like $70 for a shuttle. Oh, his name was, we gave him a name, Lightning Jack.
That was the driver?
Yeah, and he showed up, and he's really nice over the phone. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, bet. But he gets there, and he looks like I can't say that.
No, don't.
He looks crazy, bro.
Yeah. Where do you start the shuttle at? Because I've never done that. I've just gone there for vacation.
You just call them.
Just at the resort?
Yeah, you say pick me up wherever you're at and take me here. It was $70.
And you took a shuttle from
Hot Springs there.
Right.
And I left my truck hoping that's why my grandpa didn't bring his truck, because he knew the catalytic converter and my wheels would be gone. Mm-hmm. So he said he's leaving his truck back.
Yep, smart.
But I parked my truck in a pretty good spot.
Safe spot, yeah.
But yeah, so he picked us up. He said a black Subaru, so I was assuming it was going to be a nice vehicle. Mm-hmm. No.
Just the old beat up.
Dude.
And he charged you $70?
Yeah. But look at the max.
It's only like a 40-minute.
It's an hour drive, and it beats your car up.
It does.
Anyway,
it does.
I knew it went downhill just by the way he looked. I mean, it looks like Gandalf got out of a Panzer Shrek tank from the Nazi time.
Yeah.
And wanted the I would actually prefer a Panzer, whatever the fuck you call it, tank to pick me up than that.
Panzer
Shrek, right?
Panzer Shrek?
Panzer Shrek. That has to be it, bro.
That's definitely not.
All right, Gavin will fact check us on that.
Gavin will figure that out, yeah.
Anyway.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
He has an exhaust on this 1980 Subaru, bro. Mm-hmm. And we heard it, and me and my grandpa said, dear God, that better not be us. And he's going 15 miles an hour the whole trip. Does not speed up. Yep. And he's grabbing his steering wheel like this and squinting. My grandpa comments, he's like, you got something wrong with your eyes? And the guy, just like that. And it's bad. I'll show up a clip of that, too.
Yep.
Also,
pop that up.
He made the wrong turn. Remember that straightaway I was talking about? That
where you're supposed to go straight instead of
it?
Yeah.
Well, this guy found it.
He went up that.
he found the straightaway that we couldn't find.
Jeez,
and
dude.
He starts looking around. He's like, I don't think this is where we're supposed to be. Mm-hmm. I said, no, it isn't. And anyway, we almost died. But I'll throw up some clips of the
drive up.
Me in my tent with my soaking bag drenched.
We'll save that video, but we will put it up.
The video?
We will put it up. It's
they don't
gonna
want
be
a
good.
weatherman report?
No, let's get to that part, okay? Let's get to that part of the story.
All right. Well,
so you start at Max Patch, right?
We started at Max Patch at the peak of it. We'll throw up a video of that, what it looks like.
And you hike down.
It's called like Roaring something Den. It's a shelter 2 miles in.
Okay.
And it's basically in the swamps. So there's hella bugs. It's uncomfortable. They did have a toilet.
A whole toilet?
A whole toilet.
Flushing toilet?
Yeah.
How's that even possible?
My grandpa said, I don't know how it's possible, bro. Yeah. My grandpa said, I'm not putting my ass cheeks on that, bro. And it was so sketchy. There's a journal at every shelter, and you write, your names down and who was there. My grandpa's new name is the Weatherman.
The Weatherman?
Yeah. Because he's the one that always criticizes you on, like, the weather, why you almost died, and because of him, we almost died.
Yeah.
My name's Lost and Found because my first ever hike, I lost everything but found everything.
That's
every
good.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
My dad's name is Captain Inferno because he burnt a shelter down. Mm. He burnt a shelter down.
A whole shelter?
Whole shelter.
Is it made out of wood?
Yeah.
How does you guys just left as soon as he did it?
I don't know. I wasn't there, thankfully.
Jeez, man.
But yeah, so anyway, we got to the shelter after hiking down from Max Patch, and the shelters are like spread out really weird. The first one was 2 miles in. The second one was 2 miles in, and then the next one was 11 miles in.
11 miles from the second shelter, or from the beginning?
Yeah, there's 4 shelters.
Okay.
But they were spread out a really weird way.
And you guys were trying to hike down into Hot Springs?
Yeah, we were hiking from Max Patch to Hot Springs. So
is there any like uphill coming down that way, or is it all just like mostly downhill?
Only a small section of it's uphill.
Because I know it's pretty far up that mountain.
Yeah, if you're coming from Hot Springs, it's all uphill.
Just straight up, yeah.
But if you're coming from Max Patch, 80% of it's downhill.
Oh, that's great.
But the first shelter was only 2 miles in. Okay. So we weren't going to stop there because we were like, we might as well keep going so the next day's easier. Mm-hmm. So we went 2 miles in and we started setting up our tents and hammock. And I'm going to throw up a picture of what my grandpa's hammock looked like. Scariest crap I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So basically, we'll start at the core of it. It's a hammock, then a bug net tied around it. Like it looks like he just tied it.
It does pretty good blocking the bugs though, right?
Well, we'll see.
Still work their way in.
Yeah. And then from the bug hammock, it's a raincoat tied over his head, so he can't even wear it. Then it's a non-waterproof tarp over the bug net and the hammock, and water actually increases speed when it hits it and goes through it. Then a emergency blanket tied over the feet. Okay. And then he had to go find rocks, and he was tying rocks to his hammock to keep it down, just blowing.
Yeah. Now, did you guys pack like any cold weather gear, or were you mostly planning on?
No, he didn't bring a single long sleeve or jacket.
Yeah, shorts and shirts basically.
Yeah, I mean
that is wild. And what did you bring?
Buddy, I brought my Arc'teryx fleece.
Yeah.
Which is all I needed.
So you were chilling, yeah.
Dude, that Arc'teryx fleece is paper thin.
What would the temperature get down to at night?
75. But when you're up in the mountains and it's pouring and windy, bro, and you're soaked, and you don't have a sleeping bag, he brought a $15 blanket from Walmart.
This guy's a beast, man.
So it's like, anyway, it's like 6 p.m. We already ate and everything, and I'm laying in my tent. And he starts like moaning and grunting and stuff. And he's like, Ethan, I'm like, what? He's like, I think I'm going into hypothermia. I said, or I'm getting hypothermic.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, do you need your, we already hung our bags up in the tree too. So I was like, do you need.
For the bears, right?
Yeah, for the bears.
Yep.
So I was like, do you need an emergency blanket? It's like a 10-second pause. And he says, yeah. I said, well, I'm not getting it.
So you gave the.
Yeah. I said, do you want my sleeping bag? He said, well, buddy, I think that's what's going to have to happen. And I got it.
Let's preface who is this guy?
My grandfather.
Let's talk about him for just a second.
Like a little backstory?
Yeah. Just say like who we're talking about mostly. How old is he to start?
74.
Yep.
He has the energy and activity of Tom Cruise.
Yep.
He has the longevity of a vampire.
Mm-hmm.
And has the comedy of every comedian combined into one, but he'd get canceled the first 5 minutes.
Yep.
He's currently in Facebook jail and banned off of Facebook.
Yeah.
Happens every month.
Dude's a beast, man.
Can't even say what he's posted, but a little backstory on him. He was in the Navy for a couple years.
Mm-hmm.
Then after the Navy, he was a manager at ABC Liquor. Then after ABC Liquor, he went to the fire department.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the fire department, he created and was the founder of the special dive team in the fire department. He dove in all the muddy waters, recovering bodies in Sanford. So he should be dead.
Central Florida.
Yeah. He should be dead. And after that, he owned his own tree business. And then after that, he worked at Arnold Palmer. And it just keeps going on and on and on and on. And with all of his knowledge and understanding, he is still just doesn't bring the right stuff for a hike.
No.
And it keeps getting worse every single year.
His ego is the only thing keeping him alive at this point.
Oh, yeah. But hopefully he's really active. It's not that he couldn't complete the hike, but all of our stuff was just soaked the first night.
You guys were just too wet.
I mean, it was terrible.
Should have brought a tent.
Yeah, you're telling me.
You would assume middle of summer, North Carolina, it wouldn't be too bad, but.
I brought Rhett's tent. Water soaked right through it.
Yeah. And
I was basically sleeping on an air mattress my dad gave me, but it only covers the bottom of my neck to the crevice of my ass cheeks, and it stops there.
Yeah.
It stops right there. And it's so uncomfortable, I preferred to sleep on the floor with no covering.
Yep.
I wasn't cold because I was so angry that my blood pressure was so high.
Mm-hmm.
That was good. And then we got a motel the next day and ate at the breakfast center 9 times a day.
Yep.
Drank beer.
Dude, that breakfast place.
And died.
It's insane.
That's my first real estate idea, is buy that motel,
Mm-hmm.
bulldoze it, add 4 A-frame cabins.
Yep. And then build a bridge directly from it to the breakfast place.
An underground tunnel.
Underground tunnel and a bridge.
Yep,
and a zip line system, yeah.
It'd be cool to partner with them. I really wouldn't want to do anything to take money from anybody.
It's like too family owned. They would never.
Yeah,
so they're far too successful.
But I think those A-frame cabins would do really well.
Yep.
And it can't be much for that dog.
No, definitely
hotel.
not. Definitely not.
Especially since they skim everybody out of their money.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so you gave your sleeping bag to your grandpa. Yep. He's soaking wet. How do you do the rest of the night going forward?
Bad.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because when I got out, now I'm soaked because it's pouring. And now the sleeping bag's soaked because I had to take it out of my tent.
And bring it over there.
And the hammock's that big.
Yeah.
When it's hung up from the tree. And my grandpa
is trying to get it
big.
Yeah.
So you have to stretch it out. So I had to go under the tarp. And the thing, I have a whole video of just me bent over trying to get him in it.
That's so funny. Look, he's going through it so hard.
Yeah.
He's struggling so bad. And you're still there just recording every second.
Yeah. I'm holding up the I said, hold on, let me record this.
Oh, my God.
I hold up the hammock like this and have to hold the hammock or the sleeping bag to his ass while he lays back into it. And then I'm in the thing trying to pull, and he's just laughing this close to my face. And I'm trying to pull everything, and now I'm soaked, and I'm standing in the rain, and my tent soaked, everything inside. And he's like, all right, good night, buddy.
Did you check on him after that, or just wait till the morning?
From 7 p.m. all the way till 7 a.m., we were up talking to each other.
Okay.
It was the roughest night ever.
Yeah.
And he would be like, damn, this is nice, while I'm sleeping on the floor.
That's funny. How far away was this hammock from your tent? You have a picture of the
5
campsite?
feet? Yeah.
Yeah, we'll throw up the picture of what it's looking like.
5 feet.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
We hung it up next to each other.
Nice. Did you get a fire going or way too wet?
Nah, dude.
Didn't even think about it.
I used an entire mini torch.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at that point, it's just impossible to do.
Also, he packed lighter starter, but he didn't know where it was. So.
Yeah, he's probably just too stressed out to look for it.
Yeah.
We'll actually go ahead and throw that clip in of your weather segment from the night before right now to look at.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
It's currently pouring. It's only 6 p.m. and my soaking bag's drenched.
Yeah, but it was still a really amazing trip. If there's any trip to go on with anybody, it's him. If we didn't get soaked the first night, we would have completed the whole hike.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever really gone on a trip with him. Was he in the Keys when we went years ago?
No.
No? You don't think so?
That was just my dad there.
Yeah, I need to go on a trip with him.
Yeah, we need to.
Be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, so next morning, what time did you guys get up? You said 7 a.m.?
7 a.m. No sleep.
Yeah. Did you whip up some breakfast? Was it still raining?
No, we were so eager to get the hell out of there. No breakfast. Yeah. But I'll tell you what, we did use all of the water left we had to press coffee.
Of course.
Press coffee. Yeah. We did eat these honeycomb energy packs and stuff, and we got packed up and ready. And since he had a better night than I did, he's like, "Damn, we're ready." And he starts walking off before I even pack my stuff.
So you guys continue on?
Yes.
That night?
We don't go back. No, we continue on.
Is it still raining this day as well?
Yeah, it's pouring. There's no stop. There's no point where it stops pouring.
Okay. So why do you guys continue when it's still raining?
Well,
just pure stupidity, basically?
No, we want to finish this hike. So basically the next shelter was only 2-3 miles from there.
Okay.
So we start going, but the problem is for a mile and a half, it's all uphill and it's soaked. And at this point, we have no sleep.
Right.
All of our clothes and gear are completely soaked, and he has no clothes left because he had to wear them all the first night.
Yeah. So
we're going uphill, and we realize it's just going to be miserable. And the next hike would be life or death the next morning.
Yeah, because
we're freezing. We have I had clothes. I was good.
It's 7-mile stretch from that one to the next one.
11-mile stretch.
11.
So the next morning, we would have to hike 11 miles, or that's it. We'd be done for. We'd be stranded in the pouring rain in the middle of the woods. We'd have no option. But we came. It's called Lemon Gap or something. It's where, here's the main road. The trail stops here and it goes on. You know how when we come up from one side from Max Patch, the road keeps going? If you keep going 3 miles down that road or 5 miles down that road, it goes straight to Lemon Gap. And that's the road that I hiked up.
Gotcha.
But I didn't even know where I was going. I looked at a paper map.
I think you had a video of you guys looking at maps, yeah?
Yeah, I had a paper map, and I said, all right, I'm going to start going this way. And we would literally die if I had to stay with him, because he was already exhausted. I mean, it was a 6-mile walk, and I know it was because every couple hours of jogging uphill, I would check my thing, and it said however many miles. It said 6 miles when I first looked at it.
So work its way down, yeah.
I was like, bro, if it takes an hour by car to get to Max Patch, and now I'm running up, dude, my calves were on fire. But I have videos of that too. I was singing and stuff. I'd set the camera up and record myself running past it, even though this was life or death.
Yeah.
I still had to get the footage.
Yeah, of course.
I still made a Jesus talk out of it.
Good.
And at the beginning of it said Jacob will like this. And I recorded the rest of it. And then I got to Max Patch, and I met this family up there, and I acted like I was their friend just to kind of try to get them to give us a ride. And I was asking questions about their personal life story. Hopefully they're not watching this. And they're like, actually, we have a shuttle coming. I was like, dude, let us rock it. The shuttle got there. It was a minivan with exactly 2 seats left.
Oh, wow.
Dude, it worked out perfectly.
That's perfect, yeah. What'd that ring you up for?
Another $50 cash out of my pocket.
So they probably got a free shuttle back.
They had to pay $70 as well.
70 on top of 50?
Yeah. These shuttle drivers make bank. Dude.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about just quitting everything and going up there and doing it.
That's pretty good.
And anyway, it's been 4.5 hours at this point. 6 miles uphill in 4 hours is pretty good.
Yeah.
Especially with a 30-pound pack. And I'm dead. So I was begging the shuttle driver. He was nice enough to go. And so we start going down the hill looking for this guy. And we don't see him for a while. And then finally
You drove down with the shuttle to go find him. Okay.
And then finally we saw him, and he gets in, and he's just cussing. He throws his bag in, doesn't introduce him to anybody. He's just cussing. And then he taps my shoulder and says, "You did good, buddy." But I already expected all.
Yeah.
But it was still a really fun trip. And it's funny because we just went to Hot Springs too.
Yeah.
And did our trip.
What, 2 weeks prior?
Yeah.
If that.
2 weeks prior.
Yeah, it's a great spot. I love it up there.
I think I've recorded every single street and angle.
Yeah, I mean it's a 1 block town.
But I wanna start going to Tennessee.
Yeah, of course.
Texas, other close spots.
Yep. Gotta find some cool places.
Hot Springs is great, but
we need more.
I'm done going there for
we need some places to fly to.
At least a year or two. Yeah, let's talk about plans we have for the next couple months.
Yeah, next couple months.
For the next video. Let's say the next 2 months, what we plan on doing.
Yep. We want to just do as many local trips here in Florida as we can, for sure. We don't love it here per se, but we got to make with what we have, obviously. Maybe head to Miami, do some Springs, West Coast. West Coast is beautiful. So.
When does Messi start?
Messi?
When does the season start?
I don't know. I don't think the last one's even over.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think so. I just watched him. He just played like a national cup game or something like that. But yeah, he's still with his other team, and we're going to be definitely going to watch him in Miami. So that'll be a whole vlog right there, easily. Which is crazy. I mean, that's like 2.5 hours from us is Miami. So
yeah,
we'll be there 100%.
We plan on, so this Saturday, we're going golfing.
Oh, yeah.
Just get ready.
It's going to be bad.
It's scary, and you might never see us again.
No, never.
So
again.
We're going golfing this Saturday with 2 of the biggest I know.
Yep.
They'll be watching this too.
His friends, yeah.
And
should be a good time.
After that, we plan on taking the new train that was built down to Miami.
Yep, they built a train Orlando to Miami.
Making a video out of that.
Don't know the pricing yet, but
we have a church,
definitely doing that.
We have a church named One Fire in Eustis that wants us to do a whole documentary on them.
Yep.
So we're going to do a professional documentary possibly this Friday.
Yeah, we should have that up next week.
Yep, next week. This week we should have this podcast up.
Yep.
And
this is our first podcast ever.
First podcast, and we're just kind of testing it out.
We're filming. We're trying to see what it's looking like.
Yeah, there's no actual topic really.
Yeah.
But we should have this week this podcast up and the hiking video that we're talking about. And I'm gonna do a little narrating on that video as well.
Absolutely.
And then next week we're gonna have the golfing video up that we're recording Saturday. Probably by Wednesday we'll have it up.
Yep.
We'll have another podcast up next week. And possibly we're going to go watch shopping this Friday and do the church documentary as well. So we'll have that video up possibly in the next 2 weeks. And maybe next month, like end of July, we'll do the train down to Miami.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Drone footage, GoPro footage, camera footage.
We got everything we need. It's going to be sick. It's going to be sick.
It's going to be awesome. Especially we're going to Ireland possibly this December or October.
Yep, and then Norway after that.
So we're going backpacking in a Sprinter van across the entire whatever of Ireland.
Yeah.
What you call it, country.
Yeah. Yeah.
Across the entire state of Ireland.
Yeah. It's not very big. I've been. He's never been. I want to bring him and give him all that experiences.
Yeah, we're
most of our budget is probably going to go to pubs and drinking. But
yeah, we just cashed out our 401k.
Yeah. So that's going to be...
Not getting drunk. Just really taste testing.
Yeah, we gotta we have to experience German.
We're in Ireland, aren't we?
Yes, it's alright. I'll show them what we're doing.
European beer.
Yeah,
maybe throw up some clips of that too.
Yeah, of course.
And ultimately, our plan is to have a travel channel, which hopefully by the end of this year, that's what it is. To where every week and every month we're just traveling somewhere new.
Exactly.
And you're just seeing nonstop different stuff.
Yep. Share it with everybody and
hopefully within this year it'd be awesome if it could happen.
Yep.
If we could get like a really nice sport car for the channel and take that through the mountains and stuff like that and record cross country trips and that as well. And I'm doing a lot of building with my Tacoma. So doing a whole off-road build on that. So we're going to do some really sick camping off-road builds with the Tacoma.
I'll get rid of my Mustang and get something worth a crap.
2012 Passat.
Yeah.
I'll get a
front wheel drive Passat.
The most used accessory on that is the e-brake now, since my sister's driving.
Yeah. Yep, I'll get a Passat for the channel, lower it, put an exhaust on it. It's going to be good for you guys. And yeah.
He's also getting a bowl cut and wearing saggy dicky pants.
Yep.
To go with the look.
You know Oliver Tree?
Yep.
That's what I'm going to look like by the end of the month. Yeah. No, but yeah, we do a lot of stuff. We're going to bring everybody along with that, record everything, and it's going to be a good time.
You can learn a lot from the channel, too. We're going to be really getting into it. Over the past 2 years, we've been doing nonstop cigar talks.
Research,
and nonstop.
Yes,
so
studying.
Yeah, so, I mean, we have a whole podcast up. This took 2-3 weeks to make.
Yeah.
And, but, yeah, the upload schedule will be really strict. Subscribe if you want to become wealthy, because we're the two wealthiest people you ever meet.
We have no money, but we're the wealthiest people that you'll know.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
We water these plants with Fiji water.
Mm-hmm.
And,
yeah. Sounds good, bro. I think that's a solid first.
That's all I got.
It's a solid first podcast.
Try not to sneeze, bro.
Just do it. All right, guys.
All right.
Appreciate y'all, and that's it.
All right.
Like and subscribe.